An interesting title to a show. Naked and raw, like Glenn. It's 5:30 in the morning. That's right. It's 5:30 in the morning, and you're talking about getting naked. What is going on around here on hashtag Rise? This is crazy.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? My goodness, that's loud in the headphones. Good morning. Today is Monday, December 16th, 2019. That's right. It's Monday, December 16th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and very last time it will ever be Monday, December 16th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? Let's do that. Hey, check it out, man. It is supposed to be like 41 degrees today. 41 degrees. What is this doing? I don't want it to do that. Okay, I'm going to get off of that. It's going to be 41 degrees today, and it's supposed to rain like all day. Like every hour is showing rain, all day, 24 hours of rain. There's like flood watches and all kinds of stuff going on out here in Kentucky. So it's just kind of crazy weather, right? A little bit of crazy weather. We had the season of fall, which was short. We headed into this season of winter where it's cold. And then now we got like this rain thing going on, which is not supposed to be rainy around Christmas, right? No one says, I'm dreaming of a rainy Christmas, right? Nobody says that. Christmas is supposed to be about snowfall and pretty and beauty. It's not supposed to be all rainy and whatever, but that's life, isn't it? That's how life is. It's not exactly as you plan it. It's these seasons of change. It's constantly mixing things up, constantly changing. And so we're going to change things up a little bit here today. That's right. We're going to change things up. We're going to go ahead and get to dancing first thing right out that gate. As we're just getting in here, you're just grabbing your cup of coffee, you're just doing that thing, you're like, oh, wait a minute, wait, but I wasn't ready to dance yet. Hold up, I gotta wake up. I still gotta get the crummies out of my eyes. I feel that. But this is the part of the show where we're gonna dance a little bit. We're gonna get that body moving. We're gonna get that blood flowing. And for those of you that know, and for those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Tracy Shepard? What's up, Philip Ponder? Glad to see you. How you doing, Jesse Miller? Ray Hatcher's up in here. Mr. Jeremy George. What's up, Jeff Baker? Catherine Ann Kegley. Mr. Casey Rossiter and Megan DiMartino. Casey, I don't know when it was. I decided sometime this weekend, late last week, that you and your wife and me and my wife are kindred spirits and we need to hook up. What's up, Stephen Jones? How you doing, Nathaniel Banks, Michael Mills, Scott Hulbert? Hi, Miss Whitney Wells. Would somebody do me a favor and tag Mr. Josh? I haven't seen him in a while. We need to tag him, wake him up. What's up, John Colton Bourne? How you doing, Cindy Conley Ratkovich? Mr. Kevin Stroh-Snyder is up in here this morning. Mr. Brad Smith, Pam Biddle, Emily Goffler, and Corey Rains. What's up, Stephen Jones? Mr. Ray Hatcher. Wow. Wow, 5:37 a.m. There are 107 people watching hashtag Rise and Grind, including Jerry Peppers, Laura Berman, Joanna Cooper Hamilton, Melissa Jones, the #1 fan. What's up, Archie K, Brian Edlin, Kim Wilson? Can we break a record today? Let's see if we could break a record today. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. It's Monday morning. It's December 16th. We're just going to be like, today is the day we break the record, which is interesting because today is the day where I typically, every day, what I do is I wake up at 3:50. I put on the headphones. I listen to the music. I write down my gratitude and my goals. And then I immediately go into my show. I write down the words good morning and I write out my whole show. It takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to write out a show. And what was interesting is this morning, is right after I wrote out my show, I went to find a hat, right? Like a Raiders beanie because it's cold outside. So I went to find a Raiders beanie, and as I bent over to reach the Raiders beanie, the alarm, like the keys in my pocket, triggered the alarm on my wife's van in the garage. So just imagine, I got a house full of kids, I got my wife asleep, and I got an alarm going off in the garage. So it's echoing, it's billowing, it's extra loud. And so I'm kind of like freaking out, and I don't know if the alarm that's going off is my Jeep or if it's the van. I don't know the difference. So I'm pushing the buttons. I'm trying to turn off the alarm. Nothing's turning off. It's loud. It's chaos. It's like, and I open the garage. I see that it's the van. I get it to stop. Thankfully, somehow no one in the house wakes up. Thank God for that, because my wife would have been like, Glenn Lundy, if I would have woke up the whole house at 4:44 or 4:30 in the morning, whatever time it was. So I got it off, jumped in the car, drove here for today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. And as I went to get out of my car and I went to grab my backpack, I realized that my backpack is not in the car. Now, this is an interesting situation for me to be in because here we are with record numbers, the highest number of live viewers that we've ever had on our show. And I left the show that I wrote at the house in my backpack. But it's okay. I sat down and I was like, okay, we're going to recall this from memory and we are going to over deliver today. We're not going to let the day beat us. We're not going to let a situation like that hold us back. That's not happening. Instead, we're going to over deliver with a powerful episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. So it's interesting as we go through these seasons, right? All these seasons and the weather, and we got to change. And as we go through seasons, of course, we have to change clothes, right? We're constantly changing. You got your t-shirts that you wear. They go from short sleeve, then you might wear a long sleeve, and then of course you got your like pullover because you need to stay a little bit warmer, and then of course we got hoodies. Sometimes we'll wear the hoodies, and then again, you know, we can go with a long sleeve, maybe a little more comfortable and casual. We got to throw beanies on because we got to make sure that our ears are warm, and so on and so forth. And then we got like the long comfy shirts that we like to wear to make sure that we're comfortable this season as the weather changes, or we might have to throw on like a little hoodie. Maybe it's a light hoodie. Some days are a little warmer than others. Some days are a little bit cooler, and you know, it just really depends. Sometimes we got to go full on, break out the scarf, put on the beanie, right? We're constantly changing clothes. I mean, if you think about it, think about all the clothes, right? All the clothes that you have in your closet, like you've got your fancy clothes, and then of course you've got like, you know, you've got your dresses. I mean, ladies, you got your dresses, you got your over, whatever they're called, your shawls, you've got all those different things. We've got all these different shoes that we have to choose from, right? You got shoes, and do you want to wear this type of shoe, a casual shoe? Do we need a professional shoe? Do we need a flat shoe? Do we need a tall shoe? Do we need a brown shoe? Do we need a blue shoe? We got all kinds of different shoes, and then of course do we need to wear a jacket? Do we need to wear some long johns? You know, all these different decisions when it comes to clothes. Sometimes we got to put on a suit, right? We got work clothes, and then we've got, of course, you've got your church clothes, and then you got, you know, more casual clothes, and then you got to put on your jacket, you got to put on your jeans. Maybe I want to put on this, maybe I want to put on that, like maybe I need this, or I don't know. And then of course you've got like beach clothes, right? I took a picture of that. That was that's like I think that's like Jeremy Noling or Don Sankey, somebody when they were when they were young, where I just imposed a different head on their body, right? But we got to our beach clothes if we want to go to the beach, and then of course we got like the matching clothes, and like we got to match, and we got to match the kids so that the kids look like the mom looks like the dad, because that's just what we do when we're families. And then of course you got like ugly sweaters that you got to choose from, and so you're like, okay, I got to wear this ugly sweater, and then you got the stuff that you wear for the Christmas parties, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna wear this. Like, there's so many different options, and every single day we have to choose like clothes, right? We change. We're constantly changing clothes every single day. We can't wear the same clothes twice in a row because you don't want anybody to know that you wore that. And then, of course, you take the jeans and you mix and match with the shirt. And maybe I can wear my jeans a couple days in a row because no one will know as long as I wear a different shirt. And then I'll match that maybe with a sweater. And then I got to change before I go to work. And then I got to change when when I get home from work. I want to put in something like my pajamas or a little bit more casual, so what do I wear there? And it's just constantly changing, always. And what's interesting is all of these changes that you make, all of these changes in what you wear and when you wear it, they are all affected by two things. You see, these changes are either affected internally or externally. Your decision of what you wear and when you wear it is either affected by something internal or something external. Here's what I mean by that. When we talk about something external, obviously you've got things like weather. The weather can ultimately determine what type of clothes we wear. Or external could be the media. The type of whatever social media says is hip, or social media says is trendy, or whatever you see in the news. An outside influence could be something like a funeral or something like a dress code that you have to have at work. So a lot of your decisions of what you wear are not actually your decisions, but they are actually imposed upon you externally. Now, on the other side of that, we have decisions that we make internally. We decide what we wear based on how we feel inside. We decide what we wear based on the truths and the lies that we tell ourselves. When we look in the mirror, and we say, man, this doesn't look good. It makes me look fat. Or we look in the mirror and we say, no, I can't wear this. This right here makes me feel under, like, not enough. It makes me feel less than. Or maybe there's an internal thing where you were like, no, I can't wear this because I was told at some point in my life that that's not appropriate, or I was told at some point in my life that I shouldn't wear things like that. I'm too heavy, I'm too thin, those are not the type of clothes for me. We begin to have these conversations with the mirror. And these internal conversations ultimately determine the decisions that we make. Not just when it comes to the clothes we wear and the ways that we change, but these internal conversations ultimately determine our past. They determine the directions that we go. So this morning I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, well, what happens when you take away all of the clothes? What happens when you take away the hoodies, when you take away the jackets? What happens when we get really naked and raw? Then what happens? So you see, we were this original creation. When you were originally brought into this world, you were brought in naked and raw. That was your original way. You had nothing. It was just you. That was your original design. And as I watch my kids grow up, as I watch Meredith and Willow and Joel and Savannah and Kira and Fisher and Oakland, yes, I remembered all 7. As I watch my kids grow up, I realized that they are so focused on enjoying every single and extracting every single moment of life. They are 100% originals. Yes, they have their clothes that they put on because we instilled that upon them, that they couldn't run around naked in our house. You gotta cover some stuff up. But ultimately, they don't care really what they wear. Savannah, of course, is starting to. She's 10. Joel's starting to follow in Daddy's footsteps, so he tends to dress like me. But the younger they are, the less they care. Meredith will throw on her princess dress, and she'll throw on some little, fake heels, or she'll do a princess dress and some winter boots and walk out of the house. Willow doesn't care what the temperature is outside or what the weather's like. All she knows is she wants to go play. They'll go out barefoot when it's 12 degrees outside. They'll try to go outside in their pajamas when it's snowing. They do not care whatsoever. Because originally, we came in by this design. Originally, you were designed to be you. The absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. My man Charles Handy, he was an Irish philosopher. And Charles Handy says, the moment will arrive when you are comfortable with who you are and what you are. Bald or old or fat or poor, successful or struggling, when you don't feel the need to apologize for anything or to deny anything, to be comfortable in your own skin is the beginning of strength. I believe that this is a powerful quote that holds so much truth. To be comfortable in your own skin is the beginning of strength. Now, you've seen this in your own experiences. You've seen this in your whole life. There's been plenty of times where you're like, how in the heck did that dude end up with that girl, right? You've done that before. You're like, what? I don't get it. I just don't see what that girl sees in him, right? We've seen it. We've all had friends. We've all had people in our lives that just exude this certain type of confidence, right? They just carry themselves a certain way, and it's powerful, right? Like I had a friend back in, and I won't say his name, but I had a friend back in high school. And bro, I'm telling you, my friend back in high school was not, let's just say he was not Denzel Washington. Let's just say that, all right? He was not Keanu Reeves, or he just wasn't any of that, all right? Let's just say he wasn't that. But yet, somehow, this dude had the ability to, like, he was attractive. There was something about him, the way he carried himself. There was something about his personality, even though on the outside, at first glance, you might have been like, right? But there was something that came out of him. He was such a unique, incredible human being that everyone was drawn to him. Women couldn't get enough of him. He was one of the most popular kids in school, and it's because he was an original. There is so much power in being comfortable in your own skin. You see, part of the reason for that is that the external cannot be controlled. Do you realize that? We can't control the weather. We can't control a funeral we have to go to. We cannot necessarily control a dress code or any of these external things, these external restraints that ultimately make us make the decision of how we carry ourselves, how we walk, and how we talk. The external cannot be controlled. However, the internal can be. The conversations that you have inside yourself, the conversations that you have with yourself can be controlled. There is power in being comfortable in your own skin.
The truth is, you will never win in life by being someone you are not. You cannot ever live the life of your dreams by settling for someone else's idea of what you should be doing with your life. You will never, ever be happy if you change who you are to fit in with others. Until you accept and embrace who you are destined to live a life at only a mere fraction of your potential. It is simply impossible to be genuinely happy when you are not genuinely yourself. You must be yourself if you want to experience your true purpose in life. If you're different, be different. Be different and do it with pride. If someone doesn't like it, if many people don't like it, who cares? Those aren't the people for you. There is better. The right people will show up when the real you comes out. There will always be someone prettier. There will always be someone smarter, stronger, richer, younger. But there will never be another you. Kurt Cobain once said, "I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not." The truth is, you will never be hated by the right people for being real. Being real, being yourself, is the greatest filter you could ever use. It instantly filters out all the people that don't belong with you. And at the same time, it reveals those who do. Bob Marley once said, "The only problem is people are being hated when they are real and loved when they are fake." It's true, but what is missed here is one very important fact. The people that are hating people being real are fake people, and the people that are loving fake people are the same fake people. Real recognizes real. Real recognizes fake. So who do you want to attract? Fake people or real people? Be yourself, and I promise you, eventually you will attract the right people. Be yourself. No matter what has happened to you, no matter who has hurt you, no matter what you believe, be yourself and be kind to others. If you do that, life will turn out far greater than you ever thought possible. If you don't, life will be painful. Because living a life with a mask on, you can't see. Living a life trying to fit in, you will never. Living a life trying to be someone else so other people will like you, you might fit in on the outside, but inside, you'll never be complete. You'll never be happy. Repeat to yourself every day, "I am different. That is why I win. I am unique, and that is why I am great. I'm not like anyone else on this planet. I am grateful for who I am becoming. I am grateful for who I am. I am committed to be myself and speak my truth at all times. And I know that is the only time the right people will show up in my life. Those who are meant for me will love and support and be real with the real me. I'm done with fake people, and that includes a fake version of me. I will stand tall and stand strong in my purpose, in everything that matters to me. I'm different. That is why I win. I am different. That is why I win. I am unique, and that is why I am great. I'm not like anyone else on this planet. I am grateful for who I am becoming. I am grateful for who I am. I am committed to be myself and speak my truth at all times. And I know that is the only time the right people will show up in my life. Those who are meant for me will love and support and be real with the real me. I'm done with fake people, and that includes a fake version of me. I will stand tall and stand strong in my purpose, in everything that matters to me. I'm different. That is why I win. I am me. That is why I win. I am different. Different with pride. If you're different, be different. Be different with pride.
The right people will show up when you do. How about that? The right people will show up when you do. Man, he said, when you are truly you, it filters out those you don't need and attracts those you do need. How powerful is that? Listen, some of the most powerful and successful people on the planet, you know them by name. Some of the most powerful and successful people in the history of the world, the way that they got there is by embracing themselves. It is an absolute superpower. Embracing who you are is a superpower. And that's what I want to build in you this week. I want to do a series called Naked and Raw, where we're just going to strip away all the clothes, strip away all the external decisions, and let's just take an internal look. Let's take an internal look this week and make sure that we've got a healthy foundation. Because, see, what you're going to find is it's not about being fat and bald and all of those things. But as we start to take a look at ourselves and realize that we are by design, designed by the creator of the universe to be the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be, that's when we start to break through. That's when we start to break through and say, okay, well, in order for me to be the best version of myself, I do need to carry myself a certain way. In order for me to be the best version of myself, I do need to take care of myself health-wise. I gotta take care of that. In order for me to be the best version of myself, not externally, not so I can look good for someone else, not so that I can fit in my Speedo, right? Let's not, okay, I don't see any of you in a Speedo, but not for any external reason, but internally, I want to make sure my mind's right? I want to make sure my body's right. I want to make sure my spirit's right. I don't want to do it because someone else told me to, or I feel like I need to fit in. Because what happens when you do things because of the external, when you make decisions externally, when you do not step into and embrace fully 100% who you are, those external things we can never keep up. The external things will never get you where you need to be in life. It is an internal game. So we need to strip it away. We need to get naked and raw this week. We need to get naked and raw and do some work up in here. I'm getting ready to be 42 years old on Friday. 42 years old. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be 42 years old. So join me this week. Let's get naked and raw. Let's tear it all off. Let's get up in here and let's do some work, because I need you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Because here's what I know. When you are, the decisions that you make, seemingly small, but those decisions will make an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. I got to tell you, they've made an impact on me. Your decision to join me this morning has made an impact on my life, and I absolutely stinking love you for it. Josh O, I'm glad you made it. We were looking for you. We wanted to call you out and say, man, we miss you, and we love you, and we're so glad you're here. Listen, my friends, if you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. Also, if you need some of that Rise and Grind gear, some of the clothes we were talking about in the beginning, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your new 2020 interactive planner, go get that sucker at GlennLundy.com as well. But most importantly, will you do me a huge favor? Huge. Lean in. Here, hold up. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day.
Good morning, all my people for the sunrise. Stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. doubt that I'm committed, cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals, I'm focused on my physical, I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world, it's so alarming. I hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind.